We've done intros, right? And I love intros. I love podcasts, and especially we've had everyone on that we love, like gone do a good intro. We had Enya Martin on. I just fumbled. Shane, it was so bad.
Did I hear? It's because you fancied her?
No, hey.
It could
He's
be
getting us in trouble
because
already.
he also made a bit of a ball to the Joe Dowling one as well, and I think he fancied him too. So could be something in it. You could be onto something there.
So I thought I heard you say that in the Joe McGuckin episode.
I
thought there was something. Maybe Joe said it. I don't know.
Probably something like that. But no, I never said it. Anyway.
You're spreading rumours.
No, it just no. What I said is, and same is this we going here, before I get into this, like,
what?
But same as yourself, like, because everyone we've had on so far, we've been watching for ages, and
sure. God bless you. God bless you.
Your father hates you.
No, he's not talking. He's talking to himself.
No, talking about himself.
Oh no, I understand, but I just thought it was a bit intimate. Sorry.
But right, thanks for coming, Shane. No, basically it was just fumbling. Like when you're there and you're ready to go.
Do my intro then. Let's see.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, go ahead.
I get pressure then when I have
I'll
to do
look
it.
away,
So that way.
like a child doing their party piece. I'll look away. You
This is
sing
18.
Jingle bells.
Episode 18, yeah?
Yeah, episode 18. You having us on. We're joined by one of the funniest Irish comedians on the scene, I would say, Shane Daniel Byrne.
Thank you for having us on.
Yeah, there we go. We kept it a little short and sweet because I know if you keep going, you get.
Yeah,
Yeah, you made a fuss over that, and then you just
Yeah,
said,
no.
You just said this is the podcast.
That's what we do. That's what
Last
we
week
do.
we had Al Foran. I think we're 15 minutes in, and then he was like, do the intro, and I was like, and I was like, you know what, go on. And he goes, no, I will give you the intro, Al, because you deserve your flowers. Episode 17. This week we're joined by Al Foran. that was the
Short and sweet. Gets to the point.
That. Yeah, he
It gets to the point. Jeez. We've watched it a good bit. We've been following you. Now we've gone to a couple of your gigs.
Yeah. He hates him. And shit, like, I don't know why.
No,
But,
we have. Yeah. So
I know where you went. You went to one of the charity ones in Vicar Street.
yeah. Because
Wait,
you look
which-
back and you seen that we reshared the joke.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
No, the name Jeffers sticks out because you don't meet a lot of Jefferses.
Yeah.
So
that's
I
a good
remember.
one. I've heard it. It's a good name, isn't it?
Yeah,
Glenn
yeah.
Jeffers.
Yeah.
Remember me? No.
But did you post anything about
No,
it?
he didn't. No, he didn't.
no.
Well, then.
He was
No,
too
but
involved. He was too in the moment.
I
That's
was in
what
the moment. I live in the moment, Shane.
And you're both comedians now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to be, anyway.
Trying to be, yeah. How's that?
Trying to be. We actually have a good story that involves you about starting stand up.
Oh, that's uncomfortable.
wanna tell it?
Yeah, of course I'm gonna tell you. Yeah. So we wanted to
You know,
do.
you can just do the podcast. You don't have to say, will you do the story now? Yeah. Just do the podcast.
Oh, but he
That's not what he does.
doesn't tell the story. Like he's
No,
gonna
I
talk
will.
about how he's gonna tell the story, but he won't tell it. I'm telling him to get to the point.
Shane said we talk over each other a lot. Remember? So just.
I did say that. I came
Yeah,
straight in.
yeah.
I'm like your dad. I'm going to criticize you. Sometimes it's hard to hear. If two
Anything
people talk at
else
once.
that you could criticize over?
Just your outfits, but we'll talk offline.
No.
I'm
I bet say you look pretty good
What's
as
a
well.
story that involves me? See, classic way to comedian's heart. Talk about me.
That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
We
yeah.
know.
More on me.
But we wanted to do comedy for years, and one of our best friends, his name's Dano. He's moved over to Australia. This was like September 23, and we were like, right, this is next year. It's 100% starting, 100%. And at the time there was myself, my girlfriend, him, his girlfriend, and Daniel and his girlfriend. And we're like, right, before he goes, we're going a night out. And we're like, what do we do? And he said, let's go to Cherry Comedy Club to see you. You were
Dan
headlining.
Byrne is on
Yeah, well, it was more to go see you, and you were there. And then he was, where did you see him first? I don't know where you actually.
at the Paddy Power Comedy Festival.
Oh,
You
yeah,
MC'd.
yeah, yeah.
You weren't meant to do it though. Oh well, you weren't down for it.
That was cool.
Who was that was meant to do it?
Somebody who got
Some
COVID.
Tierney.
And Eleanor Tiernan. I think she
yeah.
got COVID and she couldn't do it. And they rang me in the morning and was like, would you want to host it? It was very exciting.
Yeah.
Because it's the big, there's like 900 people there.
It was unreal. I hadn't even heard of you before that. Like,
Oh, that's good then.
yeah.
Oh no, it was class.
Yeah.
Cartwheels and all over the side.
yeah,
And-
yeah, yeah,
yeah, it was fucking. It was hilarious. Like, and after that, when we seen it at Cherry,
Yeah.
and he was leaving, we were like, "Fuck it, we have to go." That's
Yeah. So that's what we did. We said, that's what he said, yeah, we'll go see Shane. And we went, and then our friend doesn't drink or anything, like, but at the end of it, he's like, lads, like, I'm going next week. He's like, I'm telling you, I need to see it from you. He's like, you need to start comedy. You're talking about it for years.
Yeah.
Here we are, we're after having the biggest laugh ever. So start. I think it was like that night or the next night we applied for courses or whatever.
So it's your fault.
Oh, you did courses? Okay.
We did. So
Oh, he's
basically,
looking down on us.
Or,
He's
yeah,
looking
no,
down.
No, I'm just curious.
I got
'cause
that
didn't-
vibe.
I know some people do that, and they do loads of it in UK and stuff. But I
Yeah.
don't know. People don't often talk about having done a course. They sometimes keep it a secret.
yeah, no, we just, no, we're pretty open.
because I don't want someone to find out.
Well, it doesn't
live
matter
out.
anyway. Anybody who would have a problem with it's obviously a dope. But like,
Yeah.
So what did you did it together?
No, we've done
yeah,
separate
yeah.
ones.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Well, we were originally meant to do it together, and then there wasn't enough room.
Yeah,
so.
but it's better to do your own.
Yeah.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah, because especially at the start, we were going to loads of open mics. So I'd have like people from my course and he'd have people from his course. So it was like two groups coming together, you know what I mean? So
Met
that,
more people.
more people.
Right off the bat.
Yeah, so that was pretty good. But that's his story. It was kind of mad.
I'm happy to be part of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
We seen you at Vittorio's show there in Vicar Street as well.
Oh, is that what you said? Yeah, I knew there was something.
We seen you at the Palestine one
you
as
did?
well.
Okay,
and
right,
so we're
you're-
following you around. That's
Around,
something
yeah.
seriously.
Yeah. I liked that Vittorio one because I felt really cool when I was a surprise guest
Yeah.
or whatever, and I got this real nice applause, and I was like, oh, good.
Yeah.
I felt like a real emotion.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Now, probably some people knew me and some people just clapping because someone.
Everyone waiting for Mike Rice to come out.
Yeah, it wasn't Mike. I thought that was good because if he introduced me too slow, if he's like, we have a special guest, they're all going to go, oh my god.
Yeah, they would have
Yeah.
berserk, like that would have been crazy. All
When
right.
you actually were done, we left. We're like, not staying for him now. You were
Yeah.
just the one, you know
Oh
what I
no,
mean?
you shite, yeah.
We actually recorded it and we watched it in the pub on the way home. And, it doesn't matter.
Oh,
Anyway,
Weird.
I always ruin it. Do you ever do that now?
No, you're
you always
fine.
you just.
Stop overthinking. Just keep going.
Yeah, no, I'm just
It's
getting.
fine.
I don't know. It takes me a few minutes to get into it.
It
Johnny, you
does.
slag me clothes and look. I'm actually very
I only
self-conscious.
I just absolutely picked something at the top of my head.
Look at how self-conscious I am.
I like that. For
It's
those
nice.
listening, he's cut the cuffs. Are they cut off, or you
I don't know.
came that way?
I really don't. No, they were like this when I
Go
got it.
off.
They were like this when I got it.
They have no cuffs on their sleeves.
Yeah,
I think
right.
that's fine.
That's embarrassing, but look.
Why?
He's so paranoid.
I actually used to do this in school all the time.
Yeah.
I ruined all my school jumpers from just having my sleeves up all the
So
time.
my look, and you know what? I find I have the sleeves rolled up because you can see the watch.
Oh,
That's a
yeah.
real stand-up thing now. I can never not have the sleeves up because I always have a sleeve up to see the watch, to see how your time is going.
Oh,
Do you ever
yeah.
do this, right? You're probably going to say no, but if you wear a short sleeve t-shirt, do you ever roll them up in habit? No?
Roll up my bare flesh.
His watch is up wearing like an armband.
Oh, you used to do that?
No, I don't do that. You might need to seek help.
Potentially.
He's just going to keep
Some
going
kind
until you
of
agree with
disorder.
something.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Ask him, do you ever drink a Monster?
What's the best things you've done in stand-up so far, then? What's your favourite?
Wasn't
not
expecting
really,
a question.
We were still only pretty early. I've done about
Yeah.
50 gigs now at this stage. Sorry,
That's
this is going to
loads.
squeak.
Yeah, I've done 50 odd myself now.
He has to say he done more, doesn't he? Like,
I don't count by the
Yeah, give or
one or
take.
more.
54. I don't count, but 54 I think to be precise. But
Are you counting them?
I count everyone, yeah.
I did. I kind of stopped after 3 gigs ago. I stopped. So it's just like, that's amateur stuff, isn't it? Like,
Well, it's just you're going now.
Yeah,
50
yeah.
is loads.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you gig at least every week.
Yeah, well, we did.
Yeah.
Well, I did anyway until like Christmas time.
And what was the one that you went? What was your favourite? Like, do you have one that you're like, I'm after smashing that? Like, do you have one of them?
Oh,
I had it just turned into an interview about.
I know,
This
yeah, I
is
was
daily,
expecting
innit?
a
I like talking to comedians.
You know the Fourth Corner pub.
Yes.
They run a comedy club there.
Is it downstairs or something?
No, it's just in the normal.
We thought
there
that-
is a downstairs, alright, but it's just
before we went, we thought it was downstairs as well, but it's actually in.
Well,
Have you
what
been
if
in?
someone just goes for a drink?
Yeah,
They just
you-
have to listen
you
to you
hear it,
talk
yeah.
about your
Yeah.
dick.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I don't usually talk about his dick that much, like, but no, it's good to be fair, and it's always packed out. It's probably one of the best rooms in terms of
Okay,
like,
I've never
even if
done
you're like struggling, like they'll always give you good support, so it's good.
The lads that
Okay,
run
that's
it are really good.
But they had like a comedy competition just before Christmas, and I got through the first heat. I didn't win it, but I sort of give someone else a chance. Like. But the heat that I got through was unreal. Like,
Yeah, it was deadly.
so 60, 70 people there. It was class.
Comedy competitions are stressful,
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. 100%.
and it's like such a game of potluck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can do 10 heats and then there's 10 people in the final, but like they could be one really good person and 9 people who were okay on the night.
Yeah,
they did, you know
yeah.
what I mean?
And it depends on
all
when you
those
go
other
and
people,
all.
everyone else in heat A, B, C, D, everyone in those who didn't win could be better than everyone who's in
Yeah.
the final. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just kind
definitely.
of potluck.
Yeah.
But they're nice to do and it's nice to win them and stuff. But it like, no, come on, it's too hard.
Yeah, it is hard. I think at this stage, how new we are, it's nearly just like get a rep out, you know what I mean?
Just do it.
It's-
That's what it is. You
It's
learn
good
something.
to do them because it's a gig under loads of pressure. So you're like, this is stressful because you really want to win the heat or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's actually good to do because then you get better at being under loads of pressure.
Yeah,
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, pressure's, how do you handle the pressure? Because you've obviously done huge shows.
Yeah, but sometimes a big one is easier.
Yeah, well, I've heard that a lot.
Yeah, because sometimes if there's loads of, it's like a
Have
room
you
is
heard that a
too-
lot? Big ones are easier, have you?
I don't know what you're. That's rude. Yeah, because I think comedy stand up works well when it's people are in the dark, and if it's too bright. Your gig isn't going to go well because people are embarrassed to laugh. So it's nice to be in the dark because you can all laugh together, right? Or if people are more spaced out at a gig, they're not like spaced out in their head, they're sitting spaced apart. That can be hard. So there's all those little things, and a big giant room with loads of people in it, all having a good time, all having a drink, then they're up for a laugh. So it's kind of like, it actually can be easier. If you get one little ripple of laugh, it'll spread out through the whole thing. So that can be kind of easier. That one it was Vittorio and Mike's Palestine one. I was real nervous that day for some reason. But again, only about the hour before. But you just get used to it.
Yeah.
But then it comes in waves. It'll come again then and you'll be sick.
Yeah.
I've started my tour this week and I am I'm perpetually grumpy and irritated, and I can't do it because I know it's coming. So I'm like, even though I know it'll be fine, but I'm like, until I get one done, I won't be able to relax properly. That's not the same as being nervous. It's just that it's like the back of your mind stress.
Have you got like a routine or like a ritual? Are you like superstitious or anything like that before a big gig like that?
On my tour last year, I did wear not the same boxers, but the boxers from a set. So I had
the same three boxers?
I had I think there was 5 Adidas boxers, and I wore one of them. I had to wear every day. I don't know. They were show boxers, and I was like, that was one. Yeah.
Right. I haven't heard that like that.
That's just kind of it doesn't. I don't go if I don't wear the boxers.
I'm not doing the gig.
Tell them to go home. I'll refund them myself. I don't care. I'm not doing that.
I love that voice, man.
Yeah, me too. I enjoyed it myself.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
It is very
Carl
good.
was into it as well.
That was class.
Where are you starting your first gig now of this tour?
Bray.
Class.
Bray. So Bray and then Dundrum, which I was going to say don't put it on Dundrum. I was like, who's going to go on Dundrum? Loads of people apparently.
What theatre is it in Bray?
In Bray is the Mermaid Art Centre.
That's the big. There's 2 there, isn't there? Isn't there one that's like the seats kind of go around in a square? Is that in Bray? Maybe not.
Are you thinking of the Wailing Greystones?
Could be actually.
They're next
that's
week,
a cool
the week after. That's a weird one because it has one normal little square audience in front of you, and then people sitting on high tables behind them, and then over there in the other place there's a whole other little rectangle of people sitting.
So that is a bit strange.
It's a bit weird. Yeah. It's a bit weird.
I've only seen pictures of it and it looks cool, but I suppose it's probably different when you're there.
No, it's always fine. And Greystones, they're fun. You can make fun of them for being posh, and they like it. They like it.
Yeah.
And just endless material there. Let's say.
Did you say your Greystones and Bray the week later?
Bray, which
that's class. So close together on your.
No, that's bad planning. That's what that is. But I kind of can't wait to start doing it now. And then there's I kind of I forget that I like it. It's now it seems like this tour. Whereas last year, as soon as you start doing a full hour show by yourself, you just get a taste for it. I was I did the previews before I did my own show, so I did work in progresses of it. And as soon as you're gigging away, 50 gigs, and you're gigging away 7 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it is. But then you do an hour by yourself, and people come to see you on purpose. It's like, this is living. This is what I came to do here. It's just so you get a taste for it. So I forget that I like it, but at the moment it seems like, God, I'm going to be so shit and everyone's going to hate me. They're not going to come back. It was better last year or whatever. You just start planning all those
that'd
things.
be me, when my head would be reacting.
I think that's good though, to be a bit annoying. You know when you don't like a gig and you go, it was all right. People go, it was good.
Yeah.
You get nervous for stuff like this. Obviously you have your own podcast and stuff, but
you're right.
People don't
that's
know.
different. No, not really. No. Or the radio or anything like that. No, don't get nervous for those anymore. That doesn't matter. It's it's kind of like you just do. With a podcast, it's hard because you say everything, and then people will go, "I didn't like when you said that." You know what I mean? And you're like, you know what? I don't care. I don't have time. You don't have time to devote. If you wrote back to everything anybody didn't like, you have to just say stuff and let it go. And you won't say a perfect thing, or sometimes you'll say something that might sound a bit bad, and then people will go, I thought you were a bit scammy there, and you're like, well, there's nothing I can do about that. It's already happened.
Exactly.
So I just try and be relaxed. That's what's funnier.
No, 100%.
I feel like I'm not that funny. We're being very serious and talking about stand-up.
I'm just saying I can press it and say stupid shit there.
People generally don't mind, I don't think, but I feel like we should be all
I know what you mean, exactly. Especially when you have something like you think comedy and it's like, you have to be on it.
Yeah, but I also don't want to be comedian who does serious thing, you know,
Yeah.
when people do things to do comedy for a while and then they're like, you have to hear about their traumatic childhood. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Put it in the show then. I don't want to
Make
hear
it
it
funny.
all the time. I don't want to hear it all
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Like,
I agree.
or like, you know, like, see, even now I'm doubting about, you know, they have to hear about their depression and all. And I'm like, well, lots of people have depression, but do you have to talk about, does a comedian have to talk about that?
Yeah, I know.
Is he talking about us here? 'Cause
No,
you
we
did
don't.
listen to us before.
We don't.
I have a full sympathy and love for anybody in mental health difficulty, right? All that. But I just don't know why lots of comedians seem to love being serious when they
Yeah.
get the chance, as if it's like a surprise.
Yeah.
Even I, the jester, have feelings. It was like, everybody already knows you have feelings. Everyone always knows you have a full life. Like,
Yeah.
everyone is aware of that. They don't think you're running around joking the whole time. So I don't know. Anyway, that's a little bugbear.
Yeah, no.
Is everything okay? You sure?
Just pissy about it. Yeah.
Can we be funny now?
See, I actually have a question on that. See the way you're saying that. Do you think, because do you look at other people's opinion and think, well, they're coming here to have a laugh. If they're coming here and listening to you, they think it's going to be quick. They don't want to hear about the same problems they have.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, I don't know. There's probably a balance, isn't there, of somewhere in the middle. It's like, oh, that one's actually fine. But then I just noticed you're wearing a little gilet in this picture, and in real
That's
life
a
as
trademark.
well.
it's
Do you
a
always have a little?
Yeah, all the time.
It's
yeah.
so cute, isn't it?
For
What
years.
do you call it?
I call it a body warmer.
So that's what I called it. And
Oh,
now
that's-
it's called a gilet now.
That's the posh people.
Is that what happens?
That's the posh
I think
people,
it's a
yeah.
fashiony thing, though.
Do you know what? True.
We called it a
I've-
body warmer when we were kids.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Always,
See,
yeah,
I've been
always.
wearing one since I was like probably 14. And I was,
Really?
yeah,
Same
yeah,
one. You
yeah.
didn't take off. If you
No,
could see
wait.
it closer, you could smell.
I have.
A little comfort blanket.
Yeah, that's exactly
A
what it is.
blankie.
He gets me.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, Pullings. He gets me. Little blankie. But yeah, I don't have an orange one. I used to have an orange one about a year ago, and then we started the podcast. I don't have an orange one, but I need to get
That's
it back.
Marty McFly.
Yeah. You doesn't know that, do you?
I do, yeah. Back to the Future.
This is
Yeah,
rock-
Yeah.
This
He
is rock-
has an orange body warmer.
Yeah. Would that be good?
That's cute,
Halloween
man.
next
There's
year?
a Simpsons character that has one as well, or a South Park character, I think. But
Don't know about that.
anyway, about that.
Yeah. We'll go. Do you want us to ask you the new segment? Do you want
Yeah.
to go into
Do you wanna
that?
check
I like your
it?
phone case. Let's
Do you
go.
want to intro it? This is a sticker I got from the horrible place in Gran Canaria that we won the tickets from playing the arcade games, and we're like, we've got so many tickets. And we spent about 60 quid in there, and then the tickets, all we won was just stickers. So I rotate them.
We did you? I don't know if you said about the teetotal thing. Did you?
What?
Did you say that?
Yeah, I said it to him before.
Oh, yeah,
and
that
about
was
the, yeah.
Right, we'll get our. So
We're gonna
this is a
start-
new segment. Do you want me to talk about it?
Yeah, you sure you may as well. You've started anyway. Like,
Here's
You
an-
go for it. Go
Thanks,
for it.
Shane.
Don't
Come
be
on.
looking for his
I
approval.
know.
Launch in.
This he's dropping everything here. This is
You can't be standing there indignantly shouting about when you're dropping your own phone.
There you
You're
go. You're
unprofessional.
told. This is a new segment we're starting. It's gonna be called "You're Having Us On." Play off the name if no one noticed it. And Shane's gonna be our first very guest. Our very first guest.
I'm your
So
first very guest.
It's gonna be two. Basically, it's
2 truths and a lie.
2 truths and a lie.
Help
Shane's
you out
gonna give us 3 things, and we're gonna have to guess. We're allowed.
Which one he's having us on about?
Yeah, we're allowed to ask him a few questions about it as well.
I'm really trying to do these. Like, I want to be.
Quirky.
I want to be convincing.
Yes.
Or nothing, or give nothing. I want to give nothing away. That's what I want. Okay.
Right. We're going to ask you questions on each of them.
Okay.
We haven't really got a set
Yeah,
number of
it's-
questions, so
yeah,
we could be here all day.
Yeah. Do you want to fire away with 3 of them and then we ask, or would you rather ask?
I'll give you all 3.
Right.
I'll give you all 3.
Let's have you.
Okay. So when I was a teenager, I injured both my ankles at once when I fell off a cliff. I have a tattoo of a jellyfish in my hair, but not on my head. And I have posed nude for a friend's photography exhibition.
Okay.
Where was the cliff?
County Wexford.
Oh, he was quick
Oh,
there.
he
He
was
was very quick.
Which part of Wexford?
This is like that show on the telly.
Yeah, isn't it? We won't mention it, but
I don't watch it. What did you say?
What part of Wexford?
Duncannon, County Wexford.
and
Duncannon.
what were you doing on the cliff?
We were being told you weren't supposed to climb on that cliff, and we were always told, but we were doing it. And everybody else was on top of the cliff, and I was like, I'm going to climb up from the bottom.
And you jumped?
It didn't work. I
Or
had
fell?
to jump because I started to fall.
Oh.
Right, I think he could be telling the truth there.
I don't. I think he's having us on with that one. But the second one was, what was the
The
second
jellyfish in his hair.
tattoo.
one? I well believe that. That's hilarious.
Where in your hair?
Not on my head.
And it's not on your beard hair.
Not in my beard.
So it must be on your,
No, I believe
on
that
your
one.
bone beard hair.
I believe that one. Third one. What was the third
What
one?
was the third one again?
What was the third one? Oh, I've posed nude for a friend's photography exhibition.
Right.
Is your friend a photographer?
Yes.
Oh, that was a
could
good
be
one.
true.
That was a good
It
one.
could be.
Wait, I have more than one friend for a start. And,
I hate these sleeves. I just
stop worrying about them sleeves. What's wrong with them?
I don't know. They're just.
It's because you want to roll them up, but you have no elastic in the end.
I don't know. It just
I think I'm
looks,
getting jealous of his as well.
no, but it just looks very, very like you know that sort
No,
of
it
like
doesn't. You're not like
insecure.
that fella from school. No.
No, it's listen. It's good. It's good.
Okay.
Right, Shane.
So
is
his
the
friend
moment
took
truth.
pictures of him when he
Yep.
was naked, fully naked.
Fully naked. You could bring one piece of clothing, and everybody brought different things. And I did a snud, a scarf that's a hood.
Oh, do you know what? This is going to sound so cringy because my first time meeting you, but I feel like that's a you thing. Knowing you from listening to you, I think you'd do that. So first of all, I also think you'd have a tattoo there. So I'm going to lock my answer in. I think the first one, the clip diving, is...
You think the clip? You don't want to ask him any more questions.
no, well, you ask some questions because you don't have to have the same answer to me. But I'm going to lock in. I think I have
I
me
think
on.
You're
Yeah,
locking in with the cliff, is it?
Yep.
I'm thinking the cliff one as well, but I also want to hear a bit more about this photo one.
Right.
When was it?
Yeah, when was it?
2013, I think it was.
Oh,
Too specific. I don't think you'd know that straight off the
No,
bat.
I
Like,
think if you pause nude, you definitely know the year.
and were you nervous about doing it?
Yeah, but then it was actually fine.
And have you done it since?
No. He only did one exhibition, so
What age were you?
25, something like that.
You're getting grilled. He's actually under the pressure here. Let's keep laying it
Yeah,
in.
but I feel like I'm doing
25, and he's only 27. And he said 2013.
When you say you injured both your ankles, how? Sprained?
2 sprained ankles.
You go to
And
hospital?
Went to hospital.
Which
and,
hospital?
Waterford.
Oh, he's
See?
telling the truth.
I think he is. That's
My
what I'm
nanny,
saying. You
my
need
nanny
to
lived in
grill him.
Wexford, and she was sick, and they took her to Waterford Hospital.
Where did you get the jellyfish tattoo? Where?
Like where in the world?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
starting now.
Yeah, but where? Like, do you
Like
mean
in Dublin?
in Dublin?
What was the name of the tattoo shop?
I don't know.
What colour is the jellyfish?
It's like mainly black, and then there's like a pink where that thing where you do like 3D. You know, you make a shiny thing.
Yeah.
That's pink.
I think he's caving. Why did you get a jellyfish?
Oh, I think you're on.
Because well, I wanted a tattoo, but I wanted somewhere hidden. And then I like swimming. I don't say sea swimming, but
Alright.
yeah, I do swim in the sea. But I'm not like, I love a sea swim. It's great for you.
I'm putting all my chips in. Sorry for the noise. All my chips in for the tattoo.
Are you?
Jellyfish tattoo.
Do you know what? I can tell by your face.
You locked in.
I know he locked in.
Yeah,
but
yeah. I can tell by his face.
As he's asking you, I can see your little. He's grinning. He's like, he has me. He has me.
Me?
No, yeah.
I could see his face. Yeah.
He is saying you have him. I think.
The jellyfish is fake.
Yes!
And I was doing so good for a while there.
I done it. I had to lay them in hard.
When he said I'm going to ask more questions, I could see Shane say fuck.
Yeah.
But I fucked up because when you said where's the hospital, I should have said what hospital? Wexford.
Yeah,
I
make
should
it
have
seem like we're lying. Yeah.
Well, you got me.
I forgot about that part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
That
you.
was
but
good. I
then
think that went well.
That was. Do you like that segment?
I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
It is a little bit like something you do at the first day of a job or something like that.
Yeah.
Or like
We definitely didn't make it feel comfortable. Like.
no, icebreaker games. They do.
Yeah.
Like now, if everyone wants to go around the room, that kind of thing. Like,
Do you know what? Asking you as well when you got here, did you find it alright? That's a typical interview question, but where we're located, actually, we genuinely like. Did you
this
find it
is
alright?
wild.
Yeah.
We're in the
Cork.
countryside, but in Dublin. Are we nearly in Kildare?
No, we're Cork.
It's
We're Cork. What? What's that supposed to mean?
Everyone, that's where we say we are. We're in Cork.
Oh yes, it's so great to be here.
And
in
thank you
Cork.
for coming all the way down to Cork. Bye.
oh god.
Cheers, Carl.
It's yeah. Where is this? Kildare beside her? On the border, yeah.
Yeah, because I was looking at the map and it said something Cork or Kildare. But then it's further away than some places that are in Kildare. I don't understand.
Yeah, it's
the
a weird one.
geography of that, but
It's a weird one, but thanks for coming all the way up.
Yeah, thanks very much.
it's a delight and a pleasure. And a
Let's
joy.
hear more about this photography thing. Have you done that?
No, it was called Only One. So everybody brings only one piece of clothing, and then you do whatever, you pose whatever way you want.
And you were just stung with it, like you had to do it then at that stage?
I just liked it. I'd lost loads of weight. I did this walk. You ever hear the Camino? No,
Where is that?
So it's like this walk. It used to be, well, it still is as well, a pilgrimage, a Christian pilgrimage, Catholic pilgrimage to Santiago in Spain. So you walk every day. There's loads of people walking. and it's a famous thing. Loads of people know it. Your mum and dad will have heard of it. Right? And
I feel like he's lying about this now as well.
I did that, and on that I lost 2.5 stone in 5 weeks.
Oh, Jesus, that's unreal.
Yeah, but it's all back now and more. That was a long time ago. That's the only way I know how to lose weight. I'm gonna have to go back on the Camino again. But yeah, you walk for weeks and weeks and weeks, and then you get to Santiago, and it's you all drink and eat cheese and ham, whatever Spanish stuff. But I'd done that, so I liked the idea of using the scarf. The scarves that are connected at both ends.
Yeah.
So because it was about bodies and about then, I thought that was a bit like a loop.
These are like the type of scarves that like all the road men are wearing now, isn't it? Like,
people wear little ones
the
now.
Nike ones they wear now. It's like a ski mask nearly, is it? So you're looking at an original.
No, like imagine a scarf and they sew the two ends together. So it's like a circle.
Oh,
yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
I know the one, yeah.
They were
but
more
it's a long
popular
one
at the time.
It's not like the one the footballers wear. Like
he's trying to think you're wrong.
No, the footballers have one that like one. Yeah, I know that one. And they might have some cool pattern on it. Like almost piratey.
Oh, I imagine
that. It wasn't that. It's like a big one, like a big scarf. People were wearing them at the time, but no one's wearing them anymore in the same, or people are wearing them less.
I was imagining like
Snud.
like a ski mask. You know, like that was sort of like the Nike ski mask.
You were imagining
you just wore that with
Daniel
no
Byrne,
clothes on.
10 years ago, was walking in Spain, lost 2.5
just one of them on, no
and
clothes.
then said, "Yeah, I'll do it."
Yeah. What? That's what he said. It's nude. What was I supposed to?
No, it's I know what you mean, but no.
Okay. Well,
I also did a nude shoe.
Did you?
Yeah, true story.
For what?
My mum's best friend is an artist, and she was in NCAD. Is that the one on Thomas Street there? And her big project at the end of the year was she did a big thing on the Catholic Church and all the troubles in the years and troubles. I don't think that's the right word, but all all that stuff. And she used me as her exhibition.
how old were you?
I was like 3.
Fuck off.
Yeah,
I thought it was something you did like as an adult.
No.
Fair play to
It's
you.
really the same.
I was like, that would
it's basically the same.
Fuck.
he uses those as nudes. He sends them. I was like, any nudes? Yeah, sure, here's a few pics.
Shit.
I thought I was giving you much more credit. I was like, oh, what a modern man.
No.
I was like, how awkward to be naked with your mom's friend. I was like, God, the whole thing. I was like, God, that's so uncomfortable.
With Jesus on me back.
And was it a painting she did?
Yeah, she drew on me not
On you?
not paint on me. So me back and all was Jesus on the cross on me back.
Fuck off.
No, I
She
swear.
didn't.
Yeah.
She drew on you. And
Yeah.
then took a picture of you. What? Like
The body is the canvas.
The body,
Yeah,
that's it. The
yeah,
body was
yeah,
the
yeah.
canvas.
fucking.
I swear. I probably shouldn't have told that story.
Yeah,
should I?
that's
No, I think it's fine.
Thanks, Shane.
What
I
about me?
feel more with Shane, and I feel like you were against.
I've never got a picture taken or anyone drawn paintings on my back.
Have you taken a picture of yourself in the nude? No. Yeah.
Yeah. He's having us on. He's having us on.
You got me. Take me away in my sleeves.
Lock them up. Lock them up.
But I wanted to say as well, you don't do a lot of podcasts, do you? I know you have your own, but do you do a lot?
Well, I'll do one if somebody asks me.
Oh.
No, I do a bit, but then I got loads more during the pandemic. I did loads more because people were doing podcasts that only existed during that time.
Yeah.
So I did more then. But I like doing them. I think it's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is your own podcast, Young Hot Guys? I think. Where did you get that sort of name from?
It's because are you proud of yourself for getting it right?
Yeah.
That's good. A lot of people say it wrong.
Yeah.
It's like I love
Definitely
the
not
podcast.
nodding to Carl to pick these two pieces.
How did you do that?
Because you're a bit of a young hot guy yourself.
Did you AI this or something?
Yeah. Well,
Oh, look, so pretty in it.
No, that's not AI. You got that.
no, they were a bit blurry.
Did you do a? Oh wow!
So this is Young Hot Boy.
That is so weird.
You look pretty devious in the one on the left there, I have to say.
There's nothing devious. I'm meeting Santa Claus for God's sake. I'm delighted. Oh my God, that's so funny.
Is this the confirmation or communion?
Communion,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, but it looks like I have makeup on now. That whatever you've done to it, that beauty filter, I look like the prettiest little child. I was like, God, he was gorgeous. See my hair in the communion, that was based on George Clooney was in a TV show called, what age are you?
27.
this year.
27, all right, okay, well, yeah, you're still too young for this. And it was called Eeyore, and Eeyore was like a medical drama at the time, and George Clooney emerged, was his breakout role, and his hair was like that, and that's what my mum organised. It just
No way.
I want it to be like George Clooney in New York. It's kind of, that picture is a bit weird now because it looks kind of sexy. Not that I find it sexy, but it looks like.
Well, I know you do.
It looks like a child has been done up sexy. The Santa Claus one is okay. Like that looks like a little guy, but this looks like
a little mischievous guy.
Yeah, but children are mischievous. It's natural to be curious. But this looks like.
The eyes look too perfect here.
Yeah, they actually do.
It looks like a full mug.
Stop looking at it.
It looks like a what?
Stop, Shane.
Like a full. If you just picture that with long hair, it's like the most beautiful lady.
Stop. I have to stop looking.
That is so funny. I think that's the best haircut origin story of all time.
Yeah.
George Clooney.
George Clooney.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. He had this bright idea today about your podcast and linking in Young Hot Boys, and he was like, I don't know. He said to the car, and he was like, have them ready. If I feel like he's up for the vibe, I'll shoot him with it. If not, delete them.
I feel like we're going all right. We're doing all right.
Yeah, I think that is good. It's a good segment of the podcast. I don't think you should call it Young Hot Boys. I don't think you should say the expression link it in with Young Hot Boys.
He said that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
You said Young Hot Guys. How about Young Hot Boys? And he sent me these two pictures.
Very young guy. Like, I mean, you could have. Yeah, I mean,
I said devious. That's all I said. That's the only contribution I had.
Devious is mischievous better than devious.
Yeah, mischievous.
Yeah,
or mischievous, as I think you're supposed to say.
By the way, I like there that when you could see Carl went off the logo, and I could see you talking, and you kind of kept side eyes. What's happening?
Well, he was winking. I thought you were winking because you got the title right, but and a lot of people get it wrong. They'll say like, the young hot blokes or young hot boys or something, whatever, or young hot guys or hot young guys, whatever. We're called young hot guys, but that was good.
That was good. I know you're gonna try to steal that now, right?
It's good. Yeah, I'm gonna every time I'm talking to anyone, I'm gonna just make really sexy version of them as kids. I'm sorry, but like, is it not? There's something weird. It's weird.
Lads, this podcast is about to blow.
I know the picture well, you see, so I'm like, I can see straight away. I'm like, well, I do. It's my communion.
That looks like that set you have there looks like you got it out of Debenhams or something.
Shut up. Shut up. You were listening to other podcasts.
Was it Debenhams?
Oh my God, he knows everything about.
No, hold on. I don't think. Now, hold on. He's saying that because I said that on Trusty Hog's podcast, was it? I don't think that's Debenhams. I think that's probably next. I don't think Debenhams were really big at that time. I think they probably came a bit after.
Right.
So there you go. But well done. That was good.
That was good.
He's done his research. He listens to me on other podcasts.
Ask him. What did you do?
What research did you do?
I've done loads of research. See, I'm a fan, Shane. I don't have to do research.
Okay.
Well, then prove it.
I actually sent you that podcast to listen to.
I did listen to it.
Because you were gigging it over in England. Then
so see you coughing. You said on the Joe McCooker, we always cough. And I laughed at that a lot.
And did you know it's not we?
It's just me.
Yeah, but you can also just edit out sections where you cough. What's the...
Does your editor do that?
Yeah.
Can you tell him, just if anyone in here wanted to know how to do that, what would you say?
Do you not? Is that what you just record and hope for the very best? All right, okay.
But that's brilliant. I can't believe you winked.
Yeah, you're coughing now.
Oh yeah, fuck, I did.
Yeah, and you're blaming me. So I was like, you need to go to the doctor, bro.
No, he's always sick. Do you know anyone that's always sick? That's him.
Yeah.
I'm not sick.
I've had a sick winter. I'm ready for it to be summer. I got cold so many times this year.
Yeah.
You know what? I got a flu jab. Got that.
Did you?
Yeah.
You feel weird after?
No, it was fine. I don't believe in any of that rubbish. But like, you know what? Do you remember when we got the COVID ones? People were like, I was knocked for days after the first one. I was like, no, you weren't. Like, you weren't.
No,
you
I
were
was
fine.
grand.
You just sore arm. Did you manage? Yes. People were like, it really threw me for a spin. No, it didn't. People love to be, of all the people around the billions of us around the globe got the same first injection. But me, it really floored me. Shut up. No, I didn't. And then I got a COVID one as well, which felt a bit retro.
Retro?
Just there in like November. Because I was like, what if I get that flu, and then what if the bad luck of like thinking that I miss a show, and then I'm like, what'll I do? And then this is my only job. And then so I was worried about that, so I went and got one in Boots, and then she was like, do you want a COVID one? I was like, yeah, honey, let's go.
Yeah,
like,
let's have it.
Yeah,
I got one in both arms.
Yeah, I was thinking you'd done it yourself. I was thinking, hold on a minute. No. But when you said you got it done in Boots, you went to Boots and I didn't know they done it in Boots.
No, you don't buy a vaccination and just head home.
But then I also thought he might have actually just done a COVID test.
No,
and he's
not a
telling
COVID
everyone
test.
that he has the vaccine.
No, I went and got a thing, and she goes in, and then she did it, and I put my date of birth in wrong. She couldn't find me, and then she was like, I was like, "What's the date of birth?" And then she was like, "Da-da-da," and I was like, "No, it's the wrong year." And she was like, "Ah," and she was so delighted. It was a big deal. I spent a lot of time in that boots that day, to be honest. It was more hassle than it was worth, but pretty cool. I haven't got the flu. I don't know. Maybe
I haven't been sick properly in ages. I just have a bad cough. I don't know.
Sorry, producer Carl, but is this fella sick every week? He's coughing and sneezing. Yeah, he coughed in my mouth. In my mouth.
like a toddler.
Like a toddler.
It's just a mannerism. I just have that mannerism.
He was there. Sorry, I just got confused where we were there. I thought I was there. But he was there and went to cough. So I decided, you know what I'll do? I'll go right while I'm laughing this way and just coughs in my mouth.
Sometimes you like it.
But sure, look, here we are. Do you know what? I was only having this conversation with him the other day. So now I was sick the other day as well. You had a bit of a flu. And
You should have got the jab.
I should have got the jab. Now I will.
Yeah.
Jab.
No violence.
Sorry about him. But I was saying to him, now obviously we do podcasts, especially now having a lot of guests like yourself.
We do them.
And our own gigs. I was saying, imagine I get sick now and we have like you coming in. I can't not do it.
That's the thing.
Yeah, so, but it's even more for you because that's who you earn a living like.
Well, that's the thing. If I put on a show, I'm like, if I get sick and I'm like, I cannot do it, there's very little I would cancel a show for. And I think that should be the case for everyone. I'm old school showbiz. I'm like, show must go on. Like, if you have diarrhea, yeah, you probably shouldn't do it. Like, that would be it. There's dying on stage, you know what I mean? And there's bombing on stage, and then there's shit
yourself on stage
in front of people. So, yeah, that's one. And like bereavement, that's it, really. You should really be able to manage everything else.
Yeah.
Cold, you can do a show with a cold. But if you have that one of them flus where you're knocked out, then yeah, you can't do it.
Exactly. When are you, I think I'm blank there, what was I going to say? Oh my God.
Don't ask me, you're the one.
Oh my God, sorry, I got so into that and had a question on top of my head.
So, you just don't edit this podcast at all. So that's why you're under so much stress, because you're like, I cannot leave a minute of silence for 1 second. Stop panicking.
Yeah, no, you're right. I feel good now.
Okay, actually, hold on. Look, can we just have a moment of silence then?
Have you ever cancelled a gig?
I don't think so. Like for like logistical reasons, yeah.
Right.
But like not for sick, I don't think so. No,
Right.
or maybe once or twice. I just think you shouldn't. I think it's good to always do as many gigs as you can.
Yeah.
Because you probably have you come close to it, and then you're just like, I'll do it, and then it's not as bad as what you thought it was going to be.
You know, sometimes when people you hear it, they go, "You weren't in the humour of doing the gig. You didn't want to go. You were, it's going to be rubbish." And then I ended up going to the gig, and it was brilliant. You know, sometimes.
Yeah.
But actually, often in comedy, if you dread it, it will be shit. That is actually true. You go, I didn't want to go and I hated it. So sometimes like that. Yeah, but then that does happen though. Sometimes the gig you're like, the one you're most worried about ends up being really fun.
Right.
That can happen. But I wouldn't be rushing cancelling gigs. It wouldn't be thing. No, I like it, but I hate it. Like sometimes I don't want to go. Sometimes I leave the house and I'm like, my boyfriend's sitting down playing PlayStation or something, and I'm like, and the candles are lit that I bought. And he's sitting there enjoying the splendour of the life I've created for us. And I have to go into town to talk to Spanish people and like 2 Japanese tourists who don't know what I'm saying, but they nod along because they're polite, such as their culture. And I have to go do that in the wet. I'm like, why can't I just do what you're doing?
Yeah.
But then, I feel so desperately sorry for myself sometimes.
You should.
Isn't it funny though? It's like, I love this. I love doing it. It's such a great buzz. Every time you do a gig, you chat to someone nice. You know, you'll know somebody because you're all lined up together. So you'll have pals. You might have a pint, whatever. But I'm still like, oh, poor me. This isn't fair. Like, this isn't fair. What am I doing? Living out my dreams. Oh, poor me. Like, do you know what I mean? It's funny. It's funny. But I don't know. It's good to be like that sometimes.
Yeah,
no, it definitely is. It definitely is.
Especially if it's, do you know, ever get the baby powder candles? I'm a big fan of them. Yankee.
Shut up. No, not that. But I'm moving into wax melts.
Okay, I haven't touched them
the
yet.
scented candles are not good enough. So I'm moving it. They smell nice when you pick them up.
What are they, the ones you put the candle underneath?
You put, like I keep saying, it's like a little Nana device where she has a tea light that goes in a little thing, like a little, and then on top of that you put these wax, and that just it makes them they're better than candles.
Are they?
Baby powder is the one I have at the moment.
So good, isn't it?
I stuck a vanilla in there as well. I didn't mind. I just said, I said, babe, put on a vanilla in there. I don't care, and I'm doing well.
You know what? When I met this guy, I said he breaks the rules. That's what he said. He breaks the rules.
I'm actually scared you're going to say we met. We haven't met then before this, have we? At gigs or anything?
No, we haven't. No, we wouldn't be on the gigs.
No, Jesus, you would.
We wish. No, we haven't met you yet.
What is it like in the open mic land? I haven't been there.
It's you haven't been there.
I never did that.
No, your first gig was Cherry Comedy, wasn't it?
I heard that. Yeah,
it was my second. My first gig was the Cellar used to have in the Inter used to be on a Tuesday as well, and that was like a new material night, so they would put new people on that as well.
Right.
So I did that. Now it's always a Wednesday, but I did that on. That was my first one. Yeah.
How long ago is this?
I did 2 gigs in the year 2018,
okay.
And then I didn't do it again because I got spooked or something. I don't know. But they went well. You know the way some people, your first gig either is good or bad. I think that's how it goes. Yeah. I think you are either you like it or you don't. But I think once you have one good one, people say this thing of like, oh, comedy's so scary. How do you get up there? And I'm like, yeah, that's not the scariest bit. Like if you have a good gig, you're going to keep doing that. You're chasing the dragon.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
You're going to like, I want to feel like that again. It was so good. You come off and you're buzzing. Like that Vittorio one. Even though I've done comedy a lot, and I've been in Vicar Street a lot, I still was shaking when I came off, and it was like just adrenaline or whatever. I wasn't shaking on there, but then you shake after. All those things, even though it's stressful and hard. Love it. But actually the scary part and the hard part is when the first time you have a really shit one and that where nobody laughs at anything.
Yeah.
And you're really trying and then you're sweating and you're going, what's next? And you forget what you're going to say next. You don't remember how your jokes link together, anything.
Oh.
You have that experience. You go off and you leave, you go home, you feel sick about it. You feel sick the next day. You keep thinking about it in bed. And then you do comedy again.
Yeah.
That's where the real grit is.
Yeah.
Is that you could just go, that was awful. I've never put myself in that situation again. But actually you do. That's the difference. That's the shit gigs is what's like. It's all well and good to have nice ones, but the shit gigs is where the real. That's why people. That's what's impressive about it.
Yeah,
rather
definitely.
than just getting up there the first time.
Yeah.
The first time you don't know any better.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You
it's
might be like
completely alien. Like you can't compare it to anything you've ever done.
So the first few gigs, you've done 50. So you think of those first few. You're like, I can't believe I did that because I didn't know what I was doing at all.
Yeah,
still don't have a fucking.
Yeah, but that's okay to feel like that. Still, but you're definitely better than you were when you did those first ones.
Thanks.
Oh yeah,
Thanks,
I saw. I did laugh at the video of yours. Is it Jeff O you go by?
What the fuck, man? He doesn't have a clue about me. He knows all about
his name is Jeffers. But you did something about your car.
Yeah. That was the showcase.
Something about your car and something about what you look like. Did you do some joke about what you look like?
Yeah. My hair. I used to be a lot longer when I started off doing comedy. Longer than that.
Than that.
Yeah, so I kind of slagging myself off over that and the shitty car that I drive.
Which is what?
Suzuki Swift. Come on,
Suzuki
we're
Swift.
over this. We don't need to.
Okay, that's well trodden territory on this comedy.
No,
but I did see that video. I did see that video of that.
Yeah, that was.
I liked it.
That was like we were talking about. We done a course, so we done this 8 weeks, and that was like their thing at the end of it. So
where did you do the gig? Where was yours?
Well, I done the course with Bow Street.
And where was your gig?
Marcel's.
Okay, yeah.
So it's pretty good.
Where did you do
the Crack Den?
Crack Den course. Okay.
Yeah.
And they do a night in there.
They do a night in there before their Wednesday show. So it's like 5:30 or something, was it? 5:30 to 7:30, and then their 8 o'clock show is on.
They just do it in the afternoons?
Yeah.
Scabby bastards.
That's what I was gonna say.
Oh my God, you miserable fuck. They wouldn't even hold off one night.
No.
The miserable bastards. Jesus.
But yeah, that was mine. It was good. It was.
And who was teaching you? Was 18?
8 a.m. was the teacher, yeah.
And you were Stephen Mullen?
Yeah.
Okay.
You must have looked at it.
I keep abreast of what's going on. Yeah.
What made you start doing it? Because like 2018 is fairly recent, like, and you're obviously flying now. Like.
I like comedy, kind of, but I never really liked stand-up. I never watched, I like comedy TV shows and all, and films, but I never liked stand-up. I went to a few. Before I started comedy, I think I'd been to comedy 4 times.
Oh, really?
So I never went to it as like on purpose. I went because someone I know used to be in a sketch group a million years ago. It was an awful night and everybody was terrible. And then it was in the recession. It was awful. And then and it felt like we all got.
And he was
poor.
taking pictures of me with no clothes on and everything. This friend.
No, that was a different friend. That was legitimate art. And then I saw Maeve Higgins in Vicar Street. I saw Des Bishop in Vicar Street. I think that was it. I think that's all I saw. And I saw comedians on telly, but I used to like reading their books.
Right.
I used to like comedians' autobiographies, so I read whichever ones that some people started giving me them then. Even Michael McIntyre, which I wouldn't... I don't know, people give out about Michael McIntyre all the time, but he's mad funny, and if you sit down in front of it, you'll laugh at it.
Yeah.
Same people give out Mrs. Brown's Boys. I challenge you to sit down and watch Mrs. Brown's Boys and not laughing a bit. Like,
okay, let's go. What are we challenging? What's on the line?
But people always say like, oh, it's shit. And I'm like, I get it. It's not for everybody.
No,
that's
it's brilliant.
fine.
It is
that's
very
fine.
funny.
But if you sit down and watch it, even the most, whatever, you're all stuck up person in the world, you'll giggle at something.
Yeah.
There'll be something in the episode that'll just catch you off guard, even though it mightn't be your favourite thing. But what was I saying that for? I feel like you.
What made you start? Well, like, what did you do before that?
I don't know. I did work in theatre, so I worked a bit as like in plays and stuff.
Like when you say worked, were you in the play or just
I
like...
was in plays. I did all the things. I did
pretending to
producer
work like
jobs.
some people, you know?
I did all sorts of jobs to do with it, but like that was different. That was much more like experimental contemporary art kind of theatre. It wasn't like playing characters as such, so it wasn't like plays that were stories. A little bit different. But I liked that, but I preferred when we used to do that. I used to like when we'd go talk on like panels or something at the National Theatre Conference or whatever, you talk about the work you did, whatever. I used to like making jokes at that. I used to like, that has opportunities to speak at microphones. And I just was like, I prefer all that. I prefer that. That's much more fun to me. I used to love the thing of, on those kind of days where so we'd work in a theatre and you have a theatre company and then you go to some conference and somebody would say something, they'd introduce you, whatever. And I would try and think of, every time I would go, I'll think of something they say and I'll say a little joke about that, whatever they said. And I would do that. And I loved it. I loved doing that. And I was like, I think that it dawned on me ages later, that's what stand-up comedy is. It's saying something on purpose to be funny, deliberately at a microphone. So I was like, yeah, I'm into that.
That's deadly.
That's a whopper story. I never knew that.
And obviously...
Yeah,
you've done obviously sketches and stuff like that. Like I seen the one. Have you seen that? The one you had with Tony. What was it? GUTF.
Get up to
hilarious. Have you seen it?
No,
that's a web series. It was kind of it's an underground. It's a cult hit. It's a cult classic.
I've never even seen it before.
Call me a culter.
You are super cult.
It's like a 4-episode web series. There's 10 minutes or something in each episode, and it's like a morning show. And me and Tony host the morning show.
So well.
Like Ireland AM or whatever. And I'm in that. I like, you know the way it's always a man and a woman. I play a woman, but I called Shane. I don't dress. I don't wear a wig or women's clothes, but I'm just like, I'll just be a lady. That was my approach to it. It actually is. I know we did it and loads of people did it, so I don't mind saying it's actually really good.
It's actually really good.
I'm in it, but like still it's actually very good. Get up
all the little mannerisms and all they have, like even yours, I noticed, like when Tony goes up to the chef, he's like, oh Tony, you're in a look really out place there, like stuff like that the presenters would say on the Good Morning show and stuff.
And we have just stupid stuff, so there's like Justine Stafford was in, and no, not Justine, Emma Doran was getting a makeover, this a ma'am, and then we showed her before picture and we all just ripped the piss out of her and say she looks so horrible and awful, and she used to stand there going, what the fuck is this? And Michael Fry's the guy who does her up, whatever. But it was actually very fun.
Your favourite was when you had Peter McGann in, and he was
the royal expert.
Yeah, no, he was wearing the hat, and he was like, "You humble from Dublin."
Oh,
and he was like, "Go." I don't know. Did you improvise that because it looked like you did? They were like,
I can't remember whose idea that is. It was like with Irish actors, and then they're also serious about their acting, and he was playing one of those Irish actors who like is serious and wants to be serious, and the film was nominated for an Oscar, but he just had the viral hit was that he had this fun hat. And then we were like, put on the hat, and we made him wear the hat, and then we just both stand there clapping.
They're just like, go, dance. And then he just starts like slowly just going. And then, but they're breaking their shy laughing at him. It's the funniest thing ever. Yeah. With stuff like that, is that like really, really written, or is it a lot of improv? Or?
A mix. That was actually, so we did, there's loads of people in it. So it's Tony's idea overall to do a mock morning show. And then there was Emma Doran, Peter McGann, Michael Fry, Martin Angolo, Justine Stafford. I think that's everybody. And
Killian was in it as well.
Oh, Killian, shit. Killian Sunderman as well, yeah. And then, so we did 2 days of like jamming ideas and then 2 days shooting. I think that's what it was. But it's really good. It was like, we got a proper studio because it was the grant in COVID. There was like grants for people. So you just got a grant, and you could put on make something and pay for a studio and stuff that you couldn't do obviously normally.
Are they still going?
No, it was just like because like entertainment suffered in the COVID, whatever. I forget actually how it was. I wasn't involved in that bit. But it was so much fun then. So we just had an absolute laugh, and we're like, imagine you could do this all the time. Just make whatever you wanted.
It's class. It's really good. Definitely. Anyone who's listening who hasn't seen it yet, go watch it because it's very funny.
YouTube, is it?
Yeah, it's very funny.
It's all on Tony Campbell's YouTube.
Yeah, it's very funny.
I want to watch it now.
Yeah, definitely do.
Carl, put it up.
Watch 40 minutes.
Is there like? Would you, or like, I don't want to say what's the progression, because obviously you're just going to do anything that's fun. Would you like to go on like TV? Like, I know you've been on Late and stuff like that, but would you like to go?
Yeah, which nobody in the whole world cares about. You know that?
I do. Really? I've done my research.
Nobody knows that even happened.
I do.
I didn't even get a bump in followers or nothing.
No.
Nothing.
You'll get one after this. You might get
Imagine more from this. You would think that's the biggest thing. And
I don't know. What are they watching it for? People are delighted when comedians are on telly because they're like, I never heard of them.
Yeah.
I can't get over that. I'm like, well, I've never heard of you.
Was that a big moment for you? Obviously.
No, it wasn't. It was kind of like I knew because I went on with Emma Doran because they're doing it was the new Late Show with Paddy Keelty, and they're doing it like several people sit on the couch together. So I kind of was like, I had done a trial Late Show. So this thing where they're like a rehearsal. So I'd done this a few months beforehand, where you go out and me and Emma. I think. Do you know? As I'm saying this, is this true? Yeah, I think it is. So it was a fake Late Show where they never went on TV, but it was just so they could kind of practice. I can't remember when that was now. I'd forgotten that until I just said it just a minute. So I'd done that. So I kind of had an idea of what it would be like and what it was like there. I've done the audience warm up for the Late Show a few times. So
I've heard about that because you don't see, who else did we hear that done that?
No, this is all new to me.
You get like a comedian on to warm up the audience, and then Patrick
you just kind of
go out and do 10 minutes or something.
Yeah, so you go out, exactly that. You go out 10 minutes before, they come and get you, and you go out before, and it's grand. And they give you get a couple $100, it's nice, for 20 minutes. And so it's like, dead easy, no bother. And I'm on down the road, sure, I'm in House Cross, and they're Donnybrook, you know what I mean? It's dead handy. I'm home before the ad break, you know what I mean? I'm done.
That's fast.
But you do that, but it's kind of like, you just have to kind of say like, well, who's from Kerry? And then they go, woo! They lap it up.
Is that the same for a lot of shows? Because you never really hear about that. Like I heard someone else talk about
all TV shows you see like on TV, like Peter Kay used to do Michael Parkinson's. Peter Kay did Michael Parkinson's warm up for years. Really? Whereas here it's not the same as that. It's not like someone is a regular. They give you a few goes and then they give someone else a few goes. Next year. But then it's really funny because I was there doing that, and then it's like, this is Jean-Claude Van Damme. You're like, hello. See me, Jean-Claude Van Damme?
He's kicking you and all.
Yeah, but he was just there. It was like so bizarre. And then who else was there? Ricky Tomlinson from the Royal Family. He was there one day. Oh, nice. You don't know the Royal Family? God.
Are you big? Oh, I thought you meant.
No, not like the Queen. That's the Queen. R-O-Y-L-E. The TV show, the Royal Family. He was the one
with the glasses. Like
the dad in that, the granddad in that. That just shows your age now. You see him as a granddad. I see him as a dad.
Damn it.
Then who was the other one? James Blunt. They introduced him, James Blunt.
James Blunt.
Yeah. Like, this is James Blunt.
I know that guy.
No. Wait, literally, the song I was listening to getting out of the car was James Blunt.
There you go. That's the universal synchronicity.
There you go. It's you want to sing about it.
And then one day I finished, and they were like, they give you a little wave or whatever, and you go, folks, have a great evening, whatever. And then they all clap and you leave. And then some other guy takes the mic. He's like, ladies and gentlemen, Daniel O'Donnell. And then Daniel O'Donnell came out and sang a song. This is before the telly started, so they all lost their shit. Like, that's fair enough, as you would.
Oh, for some reason there I thought you meant he was saying you were Daniel O'Donnell.
No, Daniel O'Donnell came out. He was on the show as a guest, but they released him as a surprise. He did like whatever he sings. He sang one of his numbers, and they all lost their shit because they're like, how weird! What a weird!
I wonder if something really well goes down, will they just keep it in? Like if you?
No, I don't think they're even recording. I wouldn't think.
Oh, really? That's mad.
Just for the live audience.
Yeah, it's just kind of to get them doing it. So when Emma and I went on the actual show, we did that as well, and so we did together, and that was actually nice because takes the pressure off totally. It's just like, well, we do, it doesn't matter, we'll just go out and see what happens. And we're friends, so we buzz off each other or whatever, and then we just had a bit of crack, and then like we made them say, now we know that you don't know who we are, right? That's no problem, but when they announce our names, you go on as if it's Madonna or whatever. So we practiced that with them and stuff, and we had a bit of crack with them, and they're into it. But yeah, it's a funny thing, the TV thing. But yeah, being on the Late Show, I don't think, sometimes I see people who are in social media, they're like thinking being on telly at all is a victory of some kind.
Yeah.
Like just being on it
Yeah, it's
Is
definitely an older thing as well. Like,
yeah, but
for
like,
comedians,
have you got your
to-
own show, or like doing a few bits on the telly is not? Do you know? Like,
Who wants that?
yeah, but like, what do you? What do you want to do on telly? Do you know what I mean?
No,
yeah, you'd like to go on telly. What do you want to do?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I always think like, you know,
Do you want a travel show? Every comedian wants a travel show.
I'd love to do. Now I'd love to do Taskmaster.
Oh fuck yeah! Come on, of
that'd
course.
be unreal.
I didn't know about. I knew about it. Never watched it, and then I was like, oh my god, this is so.
It's
fun.
unbelievable. It's so funny. Like, I think it's a proper show where you can actually be yourself and
Yeah,
be really,
it
really
seems
funny
to be.
in it, like.
It's different to other programs on TV.
Yeah, oh,
it's
class.
not like they're not competing with each other to be funny. You know, on the panel shows, they're all like they're, you can feel the energy of them trying to get their joke out, the quickest and whatever, the best or whatever. Whereas Taskmaster just seemed very chill. I do like that. And I'd love to do the task. I would do that as like a Sunday afternoon pursuit. I would go to, like, you know, people go to escape rooms. I would go like that. I would go do the task.
It's brilliant. It's such a good show.
I've actually never watched it. You're always telling me to watch it.
Oh, it is good.
Is it class?
You meet, like, not that you meet, you see different comedians you mightn't have heard of before. And then you go look at them. And Joanne McNally was on it only recently. Was the other Irish comedians, Darrell Breen and Ardlo Hanlon?
Yeah.
Oh, deadly. It's an English show, obviously, isn't it?
Yeah. What's the man's name that runs it? Greg Davis isn't. He's like
he's the presenter, but the other guy,
Alex Horn. Yeah. Alex Horn writes it, but then he acts like he's like the little side character, and he lets Greg Davis be the main Taskmaster. It's class, though. It's unreal.
It's good.
Would you have like an aspiration to do that, or like
every comedian wants to do that?
Yeah,
every comedian wants to do that because that's such a nice platform in the way that, like, it used to be. That, like, you do your shows, you get on TV, you do the panel shows, you earn 10 grand each time you do a panel show. You can quit your job, you can do whatever, and that used to be the thing. But or your stand up was on television, and that's not the same anymore. People aren't looking to telly is not the same. Social media is here now, so that's more important now. Or TikTok even, or whatever, like Matt Rife. You know what I mean? All these kind of giant superstar.
Matt Rife.
What's that from?
We tried to go see him because you know, in Stitches Comedy Club in Father Carney's, they had put up one Monday night. He was performing in Dublin the next night, and they put up that two of his support acts were there and a special guest. So we were like, we'll go.
Oh yeah.
And we were like, we have to ask him. We'll ask him to do the podcast. He's not going to do it, but we'll ask him. We were like, Matt Rife.
He just kept doing it.
But he wasn't there anyway. Michelle Wolf was there though. So it was a good surprise.
Was she opening for Matt Rife?
No. She was just there for her own thing.
Mad coincidence. She happened to be in Dublin at the same time.
Yeah, she seems cool. I didn't meet her, but she seems cool that she just does the little clubs. That's cool.
That is cool.
I love that.
Yeah.
Deirdre O'Kane does that. You know that she has a show, like, she has her own show touring or whatever. She's like 10 nights at the Olympia or whatever she's doing. But she starts her show again. She goes to clubs and does comedy clubs.
Does she?
Yeah.
I love that.
She goes in with a notebook and glasses and just does it. I think it's so cool.
Glasses.
Because she takes on and off the glasses to read the notes. And I was like, that's so cool.
It is.
You can be Deirdre O'Kane, you know, household name for decades or whatever. She probably wouldn't like me saying that. But you can do all that. I was like, that's so cool. I think that, and she doesn't have, I was asking the other day, she doesn't have anyone, she doesn't have any writers or anything like that. She's like, no, I do it all. I love that. To be that far in, to have done so much, and that you're still like, no, I write all of it. Yeah. And you know what I mean? I don't have people backing me up, filling in gaps or whatever. She does it all. I think that's cool.
She obviously fucking loves it. Like, you know what I mean? She must, that's just pure comedy, like.
I think so. But then I think have you ever, you're still quite early on. So when you do new material nights, you haven't done anything that's like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we do new material nights, but we do the same material
every night. Yeah. Whereas I like doing them because, you know, you're reading off pages, or not reading so much, but you can look back at pages and you have a bit of crack about it. About it being new. And actually, I like that because people still enjoy that, even though it's not a fully polished, beautiful little routine. They still enjoy it. So I quite like doing that. But actually, you can't get too comfortable there because then you're like, all right, well, put some, it can't all be new. Put some shit together.
Yeah.
So are you doing the same sets all the time now?
It's
pretty much. It's hard because we always gone about it, but like you could do a 5 set tonight and then a 15 or 12 minute tomorrow night. Like, so you kind of have to think up of something new for that. But then what I always end up doing is adding on to a bit that I have, and then when I go back to do a 5, I have to shave it back down. So change it one way or another. I always try to add in something new here or there, but I'd be pulling my hair out, like trying to get new material, like sick of the same stuff all the time. Just suppose you need to get used to doing that. But
but there's nothing wrong with doing the same stuff all the time. Everyone's afraid of that. I think I was scared, like, I can't do the same material at the same club in case it's the same room. It won't be the same people. And also, everyone's not going to remember everything you said. If people come and see you, they're not going to go, they'll remember some of your jokes, remember a punchline, but they're not going to remember a whole routine or how you get there or what it's like. So actually, you can do more. And in London, they can gig so much more than us. They have so much more people, so many more gigs. So they can do loads of the same 7-10 minutes, the same bit. So they have it's much more. Now it's hard work and they have to do those shows where you have to bring people and all that kind of thing. But they can do more than us, yeah. It's
unreal, isn't it? Like, I always hear about London. Berlin is another one. Isn't Berlin meant to be a huge one?
Berlin?
Is it Berlin that Gary?
Nine.
What?
9.
It's Berlin.
There'd be English language comedy clubs in all the big cities, but I wouldn't think there'd be like, you couldn't be hopping around club to club in Berlin, I wouldn't think.
I think he did.
You're thinking of a different type of club.
He said, I think so.
You'd be hopping around. The body warmer's coming off.
Thank Jesus on my back. But yeah, no, we've got it.
I'm not sure you ruined it.
Who was saying what about
Go so into it. Gary was saying that he was living over in Berlin. He was actually gigging with Mike Rice over there. And he was saying, like, if you're saying to me, because I was saying I want to go abroad and do a bit this year, just like on city breaks, you know what I mean? I did it last year, my first year. I went to Budapest. I did a gig. I think I only had 10 gigs in. Oh my God. It was the worst thing I've ever done. It was good experience to say I did a gig there. Yeah. But holy shit, man.
They all help.
Oh my God. They do help. It definitely helps.
Everything helps.
Because not like we're saying now, you go to do a gig in town from the Spanish and Japan and all that. There was literally the whole of Japan came to a gig once. It was good. But over there was no English speaking. Like, it was just all.
Was it not an English language club?
It was an English language club, but these were broken English. So it was like someone that's, let's just say,
they're learning English, so they're like, what one of our tasks will be go to a comedy club.
Exactly, it was literally like that. And I'm up there like, I'm up there in my 10th gig saying, how is? It's just nothing like. Oh, it was hard.
Yeah, but it is annoying, isn't it?
Very annoying.
It is annoying, the amount of tourist clubs you have to do. And it's fine, tourists pay the tickets and all that. That's all well and good. I get it. But it is annoying. Sometimes I'm like, I want to talk about Grania Shoga, and I want you to know who I'm talking about. Yeah. Because that's. Do you know who Grania Shoga is?
No.
Yeah. Go talk about her.
She was just. No, I have nothing specific to say about her, but you always use that as an example. She was a. She was a newswoman, and then recently she ran for Fianna Fáil. Anyway, she didn't get in Galway. So
okay, that's so
political
podcast.
So niche. I didn't know you were political at all.
See your faces. You're like, yeah,
and I was going with it.
Yeah, you did. Cause that was good. Yes, and yeah.
Smile on my head, boys. Smile on my head.
Right, whoever then. Ryan Tubridy. Right.
But
sometimes you want to talk about Ryan Tubridy, and you can't talk about Ryan Tubridy because no one there knows that.
Yeah.
But then sometimes it's actually grand. You just plough through conviction or something. They kind of get the idea.
Yeah. There is a lot of stuff you can talk about. Even you always hear the pros saying, people we've talked to that have much experience, they keep saying, like, talk about relationships, talk about breakup. Everyone's been through a breakup. Doesn't matter what language you're talking about, you hit the main points, everybody can relate.
I heard, who said this?
What are you doing?
Everyone's been through a breakup. Ask him, has he been through one?
Stop.
Have you not been through a breakup?
No, I've just went through a breakup.
Still haven't doing that.
No, I was just saying.
You just did one.
I just did
one. Don't recommend, but
yeah, but everyone's been there.
That's it.
I heard something early on about, like, keep thinking of introducing yourself to the audience. Not that you go in and say, how's it going? My name is, but like, remember that they don't know you, and you're kind of you're letting them get a sense of who you are.
Yeah,
I think that's good advice, as well as the stuff like big topics like breakups. Everyone always talks about their dick and wanking. Everybody does that. Did you do that?
No, we didn't.
Did you never do that?
No.
You just had courses, and they told you otherwise.
Do you know what? We've got in touch on this area on course. No way you say people don't talk about courses. I think we definitely, like, from a course, we paid money to do a course to basically start. Yeah. Like, it wasn't like, no, obviously we
it was more just to get in it.
See the way you said you went to charity comedy, the Cellar or whatever. We were like, where do we go? Like, how do we do it? A stand-up comedy gig. Yeah. We went to gigs, but you're not going to knock on Vicar Street and say, can we do 5 minutes? We hadn't a clue. So we basically, that was just the start.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. You have to start somewhere, so you're like, all right, they'll tell them what to do.
Exactly. Like,
even if you don't come out with a perfect 10 minutes at the end of that course, you're like, they'll tell us what to do next.
Yeah. So my course, we had 4.5 minutes. That's what ours was at the start.
I did actually.
Your showcase was 4.5
minutes, yeah.
Why the 4.5?
They had a show at 9 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it was literally, we had 4.5 minutes, and it was like, great, go, do your thing.
Did you do your time?
I did my time, yeah. Maybe a slightly over or something, but yeah, it was give or take everybody. I think it was that because someone did go over, and if someone didn't, you know what I mean? There was people, because it was so new, people went up, like, you had 1 or 2 people that were going up reading off their
Ah, God.
Yeah, you know, like, and
Name and shame them. Let's go.
No, I'll stop you. I'll stop you. There was Dano, and then there was other people just going, like, I didn't go up with that. I went up thinking, like, this is...
Yeah, you should.
Pretend I'm in front of Vicar Street here, you know, that type of way.
Yeah.
And then then we just, it was just out on your own then.
Proud
Big
of you,
bad
man.
world. Proud of you.
Proud of you, man.
And then we went to his showcase. You'd say, what did you have, 6 minutes or something?
No,
More
I
than
only had
5.
5, but I done like 6
7 or something.
6 or something like that.
Yeah. But that's...
They're like, you have to be bang on time. The club owners don't like you.
Yeah.
And then I'm found
It
out
is
they don't
good to
like
be
me
on
anyway,
time.
so.
People will play fast and loose with the rules here in Ireland. Like, it's like they'll give you 10 minutes. People do 15 and no one seems to give out to them.
Yeah.
Everyone just gets away with it. But I think it's good if everyone does their time because it's a balanced night.
Yeah.
The night has to run well so that if everyone goes over by 5 minutes, by the time the people at the end of the second half are on, the audience are wrecked.
Yeah.
They've met
That's
5
the
comedians
big part
already,
of
they're
it.
wrecked. And I think, but if everyone kept it tight and short and there was a uniformity, then the audience would get that, understand that pattern or something.
Yeah.
That's what
definitely.
I think. Yeah.
In the open mic scene as well, there's some clubs where if you're on last or near the end, oh my God, man, it's a show that's going on for like 2 hours and it's just,
Gone.
it's horrendous. Everybody's either not there or just, they don't care, like, now. Do you know what I mean?
People just do their 5 and go.
And go. So if you're there there's 1 or 2 sign-ups, so you have to go up and literally put your name on a piece of paper. So you could be there at 6:30, but you're not on till 9:15.
If any of Shane's fans are watching this and they want to come and support us, please do.
What the fuck?
Where do you go? The intern? The one in the intern?
That's
The
that's
one downstairs.
one of the first ones we did, Cheeky Monkey. It's great to start. It's great to start. Like, it's
Tony was actually there a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was there.
Was he talking about this on our podcast? I don't know if I'll tell one of
not
his
sure.
secrets.
I didn't.
He
I
did
wasn't
it. He
there,
got
no, I
up.
just
His
seen
friend
pictures.
was doing it. So Tony Cantwell, my podcast partner and comedian, he got on and he was like, I'll do a few minutes. Took his name down and died in his arse.
Really?
Yeah.
That was
You know,
not
like,
just us.
I don't mind doing a few minutes for you as if it was a treat. Like, here you go. Don't know who you are. Like, and he did shite. So there you go.
That's a good mad one.
How long are you mates?
Me and Shane?
Nah.
Since earlier. I know Tony's wife a long time.
Really?
I know Tony's wife a long time. But then lost touch and reconnected via Tony now. But I don't know. What did we do? Post-COVID, actually, kind of, people, I don't know. I only really have friends in comedy since COVID, really, actually.
Now we have 2 more.
If
If you want to.
If you want, it's totally up to you.
Well, I mean, there's a limit. Like, you know.
Will you come back? But just will say as well, you see, you're on your own tour now. And you're about to do Vicar Street.
Vicar Street's in May. Looking forward to that. It's so nice. It's just a nice place to be and perform. I love it, and they treat you really nicely, and it's lovely. So that's like that's the last night of the tour. But I'm going all over the place. So I'm going. There's like in Dublin. There's Howth, Dundrum. Oh shit, I forget them all now. Well, look at it.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's see if you can vamp.
Ooh.
Can
I'll
we
see if
sing
I
while
can
we're waiting? What's up? Oh, we might get copyright, actually.
What does
Make
vamp
up
mean?
or-
I was
I
trying
don't
to think.
know. What does that mean?
You can vamp means like fill the time.
You have a great vocab.
You know, on the piano.
Yeah, you do have a great phone. And I even noticed that you're very, do you ever notice this when Irish, it's probably an Irish comedian thing, but you're very aware of like Irish science and shit like that. You said it on that podcast. What was it called again?
Trusty Hugs.
Yeah, you said it on that. You're really quick to just come up with like, oh, Irish people always do this, Irish people always do that. Is that just you learn?
Yeah, but there's a
to
limit on
remember
that.
them?
That gets boring after a while, doesn't it? People love
No,
saying
I don't know. I think you said ones that I never really thought of, and I was like, oh fuck. Or if you ask me now something like that, oh, I hate these slaves, honest to God, lads.
Shut up with them sleeves. Oh, she said, what's some things that you might know, some Irish things? And I said, some things are not Irish, but they feel like they are.
Stuff
And
like
the credit
yeah.
union feels Irish.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
why.
Oh,
but to
yeah.
me,
I couldn't think of it on the
it
spot.
feels like we're the only country that has a credit union. It's not that I'm thinking of it on the spot. I've thought that before.
Right.
I've thought that before. What's your note taking like? What are you doing? Do you have a notebook on the go?
Oh, you don't
Oh,
want to
yeah,
see
that's-
like
Yeah,
wake
but
up.
you have to have one of them on the go all
yeah,
the time.
yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
You have to have
how
one
you
all the
usually
time. You
like-
have to have a thread. Yeah, but you write it down. I have that Google Keep. That's good. This is proper now. Inside baseball, we're talking about thing.
Oh.
But like I have that and just write little thing. You can put little heading on your notes and all.
Oh, there you
class.
Yeah, I like that. See,
Here's a joke there.
Spagball callback.
Yeah, actually, can you give us a joke?
I did
No.
this on someone else's podcast.
That's all right. We can take it from.
Here's the one that I don't remember. That you're saying it's not cohesive. There's one I have here called Coke Diet, and I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's a diet of cocaine or Diet Coke.
We
I
can't.
don't know.
We actually can't talk about drugs on this podcast.
And
I've
all
never
I've,
seen someone laugh with their mouth, not with their eyes. You just done that.
all I've written down was it's called Coke Diet, and all I've written down was my hair was brown. It came all the way down. Like, I don't know.
Make it that what you will.
Have you got one on your phone that you could probably...
Ah, no, Jesus.
Why?
For the shame, no way. I wrote, let me see. What's this? We all share jokes.
I'll tell you where I'm going on my tour. The old vamp. So I'm going to be in
here we
Bray, Naas, Dundrum, Greystones, Howth, Belfast, Wexford, Ballycotton, Clonakilty, Limerick, Dunleary. I sound like the dart. Dunleary. Dundalk, Portlaoise, Galway, Cork, Newbridge, Cork City that is, Tala, Blanche, Clonmel, Castlebar, Gweedore, Killarney and Waterford.
Unreal.
Yeah, pretty cool.
When? So that starts this week?
That starts this week in the lovely Bray. So that's what we're too late for this podcast.
Where's next week? This comes out next week.
This comes out next week. Okay, so, by the 24th of January in Dundrum, there's only single seats left for that, and then the Wales sold out. So in February, I'm in Howth, Belfast, Wexford. So they're good ones.
And if you get hold of Wexford,
people listen to this podcast.
And how much money do you make for all that?
If you get hold of Wexford, you can always go to Waterford Hospital.
Well, don't bother going to Wexford General. At the time, Wexford General, you're better off going to Ardkeen if you have a break. That's what we were told. That was the intel we got.
Tips.
And you still have tickets for Vicar Street?
Yeah, Vicar Street's on the 31st of May, so that's miles away, and there's still some left for that one.
Would definitely, if I had to put a hat on any one comedian, absolutely get tickets. Like,
Yeah,
thank you very
you're
much.
going to smash it.
we'll be there.
Thank you. I'll give you tickets.
Oh no, I didn't mean like that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I have loads. Like, don't get too delighted.
no.
VIP, stuff like that.
No, but I do recommend.
What does VIP? I never even knew what that means. I never seen VIP before.
There isn't VIP.
Backstage or something?
That's the sad truth, is that there's no... Ireland doesn't have that, I think.
No.
What is it like at the back of Vicar Street, actually?
It's just like a room, like a sit-down couches.
Oh, that's it. I have this thing. I don't know if it's because we're so early into it, but you see backstage at a show in the green rooms and all. I'm fascinated with that because you always hear comedians talk about it, especially American comedians.
Oh yeah, well they say that if they're on the road or whatever, but if I do it in Vicar Street, the backstage will just be me and my family, my aunties and all.
Would you have them there? And
Yeah,
would
they all
watch
came
the show
in
then?
last time. Yeah, they all came in last time, and they were delighted with it. My nan was delighted with it. She barely mentioned the show happened. She was so delighted that, isn't it so nice you can sit in here? And it's not like if we all went to some pub, we could be able to be shouting over each other. And it's so brilliant. And then, she was absolutely delighted with that. Now I didn't realize that they will give you beer as well. I didn't know that. I brought in a shit like a fucking. I was such a loser. I was in like buying a slab in Tesco. I was like a fucking idiot. And then there was loads of they're like, oh no, we'll give you that. And I was like, how many people can? Because I've told people I can bring them back. How many can come in? And he's like, whatever you want. I was like, oh, there's like 25 now. And he's like, yeah, you can have 100 if you want. I was like, okay, thank you, bye. That was so embarrassing.
And can you make demands like, I want jammy Dodgers or I want...
Jammy Dodgers.
No one, if you put those demands in, and none of the venues would provide them.
No?
So
What would you ask for?
maybe if you were like a famous celebrity, then maybe, yeah. But like if you're like just comedian going around, like if I put down, I want... The only thing I ask for is water, and sometimes that is not there. So,
Really?
Yeah. Sometimes you're like, there was somewhere I was like, can I fill up my water bottle? The water bottle I was going to have on stage. Now, here, this isn't...
But you demanded a bit hit off us.
I didn't demand a bit hit. You insisted I get a drink. You said, what do you want to drink? And I said, I'm all right. Like, and then you said, no, come on. So you got me a Vit hit, which I've drank, and a Monster, which is I'm going to keep and put in my car because sometimes it's nice. If you leave Cork at 6 a.m, there's nowhere to get a coffee, so I drink a Monster.
I think that was when you drink it.
I will. No, I put that in the thing. I used it before. If you leave somewhere, I had to come back up from Cork to Dublin, and I had to leave at like 6 in Cork, and there was nowhere to get coffee. So I was like, right, the next best thing is that Monster. So I drank that.
There you go.
It's not a bad next best thing.
No.
What would your, before we kind of wrap it up, what would your demands be if you could really demand? Do you eat before a gig?
No, I find that very hard.
Yeah, we're
Not a way.
nervous. I wouldn't.
Yeah, you got to get on top of that. Or find, I can eat is fruit. I can eat that.
Yeah.
For some reason, I can eat like melon and all, or melon, apples, Nutrigrains. I can eat them. So I
This
just
is
have them.
weird talents.
Yeah, but that's you need to get something in your belly. Like,
Yeah,
so
you do.
Yeah.
I'll eat what I can, or try and. I don't even eat breakfast, so I'm trying to eat breakfast. It's one of my New Year's. It's really hard.
Yeah, me too.
I feel
100%.
sick in the morning. I don't want it.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
I only eat when I'm hungry.
You know what I heard you say ages ago as well, which I always do. You're like, if you want to just feel good, just drink water. I think you said that in your podcast. This is probably just a throwaway for you. We don't even
Yes.
remember it. Oh,
Yes.
oh, that's me.
I do believe in that. People are like, lately I feel so. I think I'm deficient in fucking vitamin D. It's like, you probably need to have a glass of water.
Yeah, I agree.
You probably need to have a glass of water. And another thing I do swear by, I was only thinking of this today, is if you're stressed, go in and wash your face and hands. If you're stressed out, if you're freaking out, if you're worried, go in and wash your face and hands. My granny told me that, and I swear by it.
That's a good one.
It helps.
I'm
It's
not
not
sure
going to
that.
solve everything, but it helps. You're like, okay, right, let's go again. Let's reapply ourselves to this.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I like it as well. Advice.
Advice by Shane.
Very wise.
Hey, thanks for being on the podcast, guys. It's been so great to get to know you. Next week, our guest is going to be Britney Spears, and she is telling us all about what it's like to fall apart online.
Shane, thanks a million. We definitely can't recommend people to go see our show.
Thank you very much.
Honestly, I said at the start, like one of the funniest, but
one of our favourites.
Laugh every time. Like,
thank you very much. I hope it was funny enough today. I look at that thing, says 1 hour 16. I hope we did enough jokes.
You can come back and
it was come back, hike out to the wilds.
But that's enough. That's enough. But thanks a million, Shane. Appreciate it.
Cheers. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Cheers.